Tonight, we visit the Al McGuire Center to preview women's basketball senior night versus St. John's.
And meanwhile, the men's basketball team is currently on a roll, closing out the regular season.
Thank you for joining us. Golden Eagle Sports Report starts right now.
Slam! Dunk! Oh, that's a poster!
Live from the Jeannie Hayes Virtual Studio at Marquette University, this is Golden Eagle Sports Report.
Marquette gets the rebound, and the champions have gone down!
Good evening, everyone. I'm London Davis, joined by Adrian Fraga.
We start today's show over inside the Al McGuire Center with sports multimedia journalist Gabriel Cicerica as the women's basketball team are set to take on St. John's. Gabriel, are you with us?
Yeah, boys, it's good to be here, London and Adrian. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Gabriel. First things first, it's senior night inside the Owl, and Marquette honors seniors Liza Carlin, Rose Nkumu, and Claire Kafis, along with graduate seniors Jordan King and Franning Hodiger. Gabriel, what impact have they had on this program?
Yeah, I mean, these seniors are paramount to this team, and the Marquette Golden Eagles are certainly losing a lot of them. Let's start with Claire Kafis. Kafis is a miracle at this point that she's made it this far. Many didn't expect her to. After having 2 season-ending injuries, Claire Kafis is certainly a testament to hard work and dedication. Coach Megan Duffy has nothing but positive things to say about Claire Kafis. She's one of the first in the gym and one of the last to leave. And although she hasn't had a whole lot of playing time, just know that this team and Claire Kafis mean a whole lot to the program. Moving on from Claire, let's talk about Rose Nkumu. She's been with this squad for 4 seasons now, and the senior point guard has had her best year this season, averaging over 7 points a game, 4 assists, and she has been a floor general of sorts for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Her 2.8 turnover assist to turnover ratio is number 12 in the NCAA, and just know that this team would not be where it is right now without Rose Nkumu. Moving on from Rose, we have the grad transfer, Franny Hodiger. Hodiger left Lehigh last season to come to Marquette as she wanted something different and something more challenging, and the Big East has certainly been that for Hodiger. In the month of February, Hodiger has averaged over 8 points and 7 rebounds a game, and she's been playing some of her best basketball. And she certainly has some highlights on this team so far. After a 21 rebound performance against Bucknell earlier on the season, Hodiger had the highest rebounding game in the Big East out of all Big East players. Hodiger will certainly be missed after the season is done. Following Hodiger, we have Liza Carlin. Carlin in her senior season has taken her game to the next level, averaging 19 points a game and 8 rebounds. Those are good for 3rd and 4th in the Big East. Carlin is almost a surefire lock to be all Big East first team this season. Without Carlin, Marquette would not be nearly where they are this year, and she has been nothing but exceptional. Without her, Marquette is certainly going to their place. Last but not least is Jordan King. The grad senior has been here now for 5 seasons, and she started all 151 of those games that she has played. King ranks 3rd all-time in assists for Marquette, 6th in scoring, and is the only player ever to have over 1,700 points and 500 rebounds in the Marquette women's uniform. Jordan King is the epitome of what it means to be a Marquette Golden Eagle, and you know her presence is going to be missed on and off the court.
Well, the Golden Eagles have started to find their stride as of lately, as they've won 3 of their last 3 games, and against Xavier, all 5 starters ended up in double figures. So what do you think has this team firing in all cylinders, Gabe?
Yeah, this team, I think, have really clicked this last month because they realized, look, the Golden Eagles, they have to play with a chip on their shoulder if they want to make an NCAA appearance. The Golden Eagles right now are certainly on the bubble, and with their last 3 wins in a row, they're on the right track and making the tournament. We've seen uppage in usage from Franny Heininger. Her points and rebounds have gone up this month. Rosen Kumu has gone up in assist and steal. Jordan King, Kenzie Hare, and Liza Carlin have all gone up in their scoring. This team is playing together, and it's coming at the right time. Keep in mind, as the season's gone on, the starting 5 have got more and more minutes together, and that certainly helped their team chemistry as the Marquette Golden Eagles are definitely firing on all cylinders in what will be a tough St. John's matchup tonight.
Looking into this game, this is the second of 2 meetings for these teams. St. John took the first game against the Golden Eagles in a nail-biting fashion by a score of 57-56. The tensions are extremely high as these 2 teams are separated by 1 game in conference. Gabe, how can Marquette pull out this win?
Yeah, St. John's is a team that can score the basketball. We saw it last game against Marquette, led by Unique Drake, who put up 24 against the Golden Eagles. Look for St. John's to score and score in bunches. If Marquette wants to win this game, they really need to focus on the defensive side of the ball first. Forcing turnovers on a St. John's team that averages about 13 a game will certainly be the key for Marquette to win this one. On the offensive side, it's executing in the 4th quarter. This Marquette Golden Eagles squad have had struggles in the 4th, and one of the starting of that aspect was against the St. John's Red Storm over at St. John's when they blew a 4th quarter lead to allow St. John's to win that game by only 1 point. So team defense getting some steals and playing together on offense, particularly through Mackenzie Hare and getting Liza Carlin going early, will be the keys for the Marquette Golden Eagles tonight.
And speaking of St. John's own Unique Drake, is she the woman to watch tonight? The senior guard is currently averaging 18 points a game and has found her way onto the Big East honor roll 5 times this season. Last time against the Golden Eagles, as you mentioned, she had 24 points and led the way in a Red Storm victory. How can Marquette possibly stop her?
Yeah, I mentioned Unique Drake previously, how she averages 18 points a game and is certainly going to find her way on an All Big East team at some point this season. Last game she had 24 points, but where she strives is off the ball. The guard averages only 1 assist per game, and she's going to be moving off screens and trying to get open in a hurry. For Marquette, they're going to have to deny her the ball at all costs if they want to slow her down. It'll be Rosen Kumu, who is certainly up for the task to stop Drake in this game. If they can do that, the Golden Eagles have a good shot of taking this game.
Well, thank you for your answers, Gabe.
Yeah,
Always a
thank you for
pleasure
having
to
me.
have him on. But coming into this game, Liza Carlin earns yet another Big East honor. After producing back-to-back double figures, the senior forward earns her 2nd straight Big East Weekly Honor Roll selection. Carlin continues to prove why she's an All-American and a first-team Big East selection with 2 huge games for the Golden Eagles. Carlin averaged 17 points and 10 boards in 2 wins for Marquette. Carlin currently has 8 double-doubles on the season.
Marquette hosts Xavier for the first time this year, and the game ended in a not-so-dramatic fashion. The Golden Eagles came out the gate on fire, not letting up on the lead. As we take a look at these highlights, we see that Tyler Kolek just dished off a very irresponsible pass here, leading to a fast break for Xavier with a tough finish. Could have been an and one. However, Stevie Mitchell comes back with the tough under the basket layup as we have another fast break in transition, Euro step reverse. These are just tough baskets, people. But who else is the king of tough baskets other than Cam Jones with the step back 3, getting the defender in the air, only net. That's it. But Tyler Kolek, the projected first-round pick in the upcoming draft, look at this IQ, missing the point, getting the rebound and taps it over to his teammate. This is just IQ basketball. He has an amazing feel for the game. This is why Tyler Kolek is Tyler Kolek. And as we see here, managing the pick and roll, finding Ben Gold for an open 3, we're golden. We're golden here. But Cam, the connoisseur of points, another step back 3. hitting the back of the net. And Ben Gold, we see him getting physical here in the low block, getting the layup over the defender. This is just what the Golden Eagles do, you guys. This is what they do. This is how they win games. And while the game was close at the beginning, head coach Shaka Smart says the defense and most importantly, the deflections spearheaded the team. And as the game went on, the defensive intensity and the EBGs helped them pull away.
We always keep track of the deflections throughout the game, and then I kind of check on where we are with the deflections at each timeout. And we had a flurry of deflections during that stretch you're talking about where we were able to extend the lead. And I always feel like that is a good indicator of overall energy. And, you know, we've at times looked at it correlated to scoring and correlated to, you know, margin of difference between offense and our team and their team. And it always kind of weighs out that way. So we're getting our hands on the basketball.
And after the win, Cam Jones gives his praises to the sixth man, the Marquette home student section.
Basically, the crowd is a reflection of us. It's at home and even on the road. So, you know, the crowd is going to follow our energy, how we plan, how our EGBs are on the floor. And the coach does a great job of, like, you know, it's about us on the court and doing what we need to do, and then the crowd will follow. And we are the best crowd that I've ever heard.
After 2 incredible games, Cam Jones earns Big East Player of the Week honors. The junior guard dropped 34 points and shot 71%, 9% in 2 over DePaul Xavier wins. Jones hit 14 of these in 2 games to get his second Player of the Week honor this season. Jones is the first player to score 34 or more points in back-to-back conference games since Marcus Howard did it in the 2019-2020 season. And thanks to the efforts of Cam Jones helping get 2 dubs, Marquette moves up 2 spots in the rankings, moving up to 5 in the latest Associated Press poll. The Golden Eagles are back in the top 5 after being dropped last week following the loss to UConn.
And as the men continue to hit their stride, they have another big conference test tomorrow. And hoping to avenge the loss in December, the Marquette Golden Eagles welcome in the Providence Friars to Pfizer Forum. Now, the last time these two teams met, Marquette could not find any rhythm on the offensive end whatsoever. But making matters worse, Marquette could only convert 4 of their 23-point attempts. And with Cam Jones only making an uncharacteristic one shot from downtown. Now, on the other hand, the Friars did benefit from the cold shooting night, causing 14 total turnovers, including 8 in the second half to cruise to victory. Junior guard Devin Carter led all scorers with 22 points for Providence, while senior guard Tyler Kolek chipped in 21 points for Marquette. Providence is currently on a 3-game win streak, with its most recent win being a 4-point victory over Xavier. Now, in that game, Carter posted a double-double of 22 points and 11 rebounds, good enough for him to earn a spot on the Big East Weekly Honor Roll. The game tomorrow will be the 37th all-time meeting between these two teams, with Marquette leading the series 22-15. And with 1 week left in the regular season, Marquette is in sole possession of second place in the Big East, only behind UConn. The team hopes to continue this streak alive heading into conference tournament.
Coming up, how did both lacrosse teams fare over the weekend? Plus, some of our weekly award winners. So don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back after the break.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Welcome back to Golden Eagle Sports Report. Once again, I'm London Davis.
And I'm obviously Adrian Fraga.
The men's lacrosse team traveled to Naples to take a break from the cold and to take on the Michigan Wolverines.
Michigan and Marquette trade goals to start, but the Wolverines end up outscoring the Golden Eagles 5-2 in the first frame.
The second quarter isn't a fun one for Marquette as Michigan refuses to let go of the gas and scores 6 goals to Marquette's 2.
But Bobby O'Grady scores his second goal of the match, cementing his name in program history, becoming Marquette Lax's all-time leading goal scorer.
After the first half of action, Michigan leads 11-4 over Marquette. The Wolverines are relentless and continue the attack, scoring another 7 goals in the third quarter.
And the Golden Eagles continue to struggle, getting past the goalie, and the deficit only grows larger.
Marquette finally outscores Michigan in the fourth frame with 6 goals, but the effort is too late as Michigan takes the game 20-12.
Despite the loss, junior attacker Bobby O'Grady earns recognition on the Big East Weekly Honor Roll after putting up 4 goals and becoming Marquette men's lacrosse all-time goals leader. The women's lacrosse team looks to get back on track after a rough loss to number 4 ranked Northwestern Wildcats. This time out, the Golden Eagles head to Jacksonville, Florida to play the Dolphins. The game starts off in Jacksonville's way as senior attacker Brianna Samuels and junior defender Kayla Steltuzzi dazzle for the Dolphins early. But the Golden Eagles did not come all this way without a fight, as sophomore attacker Tess Osborne and junior attacker Meg Byerly tie up the game at 2 apiece. This high-scoring affair continued as the Dolphins added 3 more goals to close out the third, taking an early 5-2 lead. And with the help of senior midfielder Lee Steiner, the second quarter was all Marquette, as the Golden Eagles outscore the Dolphins 5 to win and head up into half up 7-6. But following the break, the Dolphins come out strong as grad senior midfielder Lauren Ellis scores twice. The Dolphins take the quarter 6-3 in what should be a thrilling fourth, and it was. Both teams combined for 10 goals. 10 goals. And this close contest was finally settled by Jacksonville's Bridget Manning. The sophomore midfielder scored 3 of the game's final 4 goals, leading to a Dolphins victory, winning 18-14. The Golden Eagles will look to bounce back tomorrow against Detroit Mercy.
Now for our weekly awards. With basketball and lacrosse under center, Marquette Athletics are shining bright. Our Team of the Week award goes to none other than the men's basketball team. After a tough loss in Hartford to the then #1 ranked UConn Huskies, Shaka Smart's squad got back on track with 2 blowout wins at home. First, the Golden Eagles caught some heat running from the opening tip en route to a 105-71 victory over the Blue Demons. Then, the team kept the good vibes going, using a strong second half to cruise over Xavier. The men keep rolling through the awards as junior sharpshooter Cam Jones bring home the MVP award. Jones caught fire early against DePaul and hit 8 threes to set a new career high of 34 points in the blowout win against the Blue Demons. Jones then followed up with that stellar performance with yet another career night versus Xavier. The junior guard hit 6 more threes versus the Musketeers to tie his career high in points on his 22nd birthday. I call that a happy birthday. We head over to the women's basketball team for the 6th Woman of the Week. Junior guard Lee Volker earns the award after 2 solid games off the bench for Megan Duffy. Volker starts her week with 6 points and 4 rebounds in the comeback win versus the Seton Hall Pirates. Volker follows up her game versus Seton Hall with a 9.4 assist outing on the road versus Xavier. During the win versus Xavier, Volker played a season-high 26 minutes In the combined 2 games, she shot 60% from the floor. Honorable mentions goes to the women's basketball player Mackenzie Hare and men's basketball player Tyler Kolek. Kolek broke the single season assist record with 18 assists versus DePaul. Kolek also added 11 points and 10 assists in the win over Xavier. Mackenzie Hare, however, connects on 5 three-pointers en route to a 23-point game to help lead the Golden Eagles to victory over Xavier. Hare also added 12 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds in the win versus Seton Hall.
And coming up this week in Marquette Athletics, the men's basketball team hopes to continue their hot streak tomorrow night when they host the Providence Friars at 6 p.m. The Golden Eagles then hit the road this weekend as they travel to Omaha to go head-to-head with the number 12 ranked Creighton Blue Jays at 1:30 p.m. Now, the women's lacrosse team hopes to get back in the win column as they visit the Detroit Mercy Titans tomorrow at noon. And the women close out their road trip Sunday in New York to play Niagara at 11 a.m. And after a short stint, the men's lacrosse team is back home against Utah this Saturday at 11 a.m. And finally, after tonight, the women's basketball team closes out their regular season in Indianapolis on Saturday against the Butler Bulldogs. Tip-off is set at 2 p.m. And coming up this week in other sports, should court storming be banned in college sports? Plus, is Wemby already the greatest rookie of all time? We'll find out after the break.
That is precise. No margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to load their minds. Dare to explore. Dare to STEM. Learn more at She Can STEM.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
And welcome back to Studio 7 as we discuss the latest news in professional and collegiate sports. Joining me on the panel tonight is Adrian Fraga and Richie Lyons. Let's get started. First off, this past weekend, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons beat the Blue Devils for the first time since a double overtime thriller back in 2020. Following the game, Wake Forest fans stormed the court, injuring Duke's star sophomore forward Kyle Filipowski. Filipowski is questionable for Duke's next game. Duke head coach John Shire begged the question, when will the NCAA ban court storming? Adrian, I'll let you take this one.
That's a great question. But should they ban it? Yes, obviously what happened to Kyle Filipowski is undoubtedly unfortunate. But, I mean, after all, court storming and field storming in general is one of the special things about collegiate sports. When people picture big wins in college, upsets specifically, one of the first things they think of are the people carrying back the field goals or the people hanging on the rims. It's iconic, and I think it's too special, and it's something that's so unique to just college sports that I don't think it necessarily should be banned, but I think it should be be adjusted to some degree. And it should be noted that they actually stormed the court when regulation was still technically underway, because there was just about a second left when the first fans initially started to storm the court. So it's obviously super unfortunate what happened, but I think ultimately through better security and maybe, because player safety undoubtedly comes first. Obviously it comes first. But I think there needs to be some kind of happy balance. The players should at least be off the court first before they start storming. So honestly, I think that's more on the school/security than it is on the fans. But obviously, it needs to be adjusted in some capacity.
Absolutely. Richie?
Yeah, so me and my mom saw Billy Joel on his farewell concert, and my mom had seen him before, and she said back, in the 80s, you could go on the stage and grab Billy Joel. You're right next to him. But for us, you couldn't get anywhere near him. It's because the world is different than it was, 30 years ago. People, it's just not as safe as it used to be. And court storming has to be one of those things that has to go. It's not safe. Somebody has bad intent. Somebody wants to get clout. I mean, you saw what happened with Cam Newton the other day. Just people trying to get clout, trying to be like, or they don't like an athlete. So I just think it's too dangerous for the players. And it is a fun tradition, but some traditions you have to let die.
Absolutely, especially with the star player getting injured, the NCAA might have to take action here. However, on the NBA side of things, rookie star Victor Wembanyama, has been on a historic run as of this season, overcoming many of the expectations and perceptions once held. At this point in the season, is it safe to say that Wemby is the greatest rookie of all time? Richie?
Listen. He's 19 years old. He is 7'4". He can shoot. He has it all, other than teammates. And I would say I think he is the greatest rookie I've ever seen. You look back at the stats, they might not, tell you that. But just look at the eye test, what this guy's doing against MVP level players, against everybody. He is a freak of nature, and I've never seen anybody come into the league at such a young age, other than maybe LeBron James, and dominate. I mean, he had a 5x5 game, and I don't think he's already the best shot blocker in the game. Who else could you say comes in? Maybe like Wilt, but that barely counts because it's Wilt. Maybe one of those old guys, but you've never seen somebody come in automatically be the best at one part of the sport.
That's so fair, and you got to give flowers to Wembanyama because he really is having a special rookie season. And while it should be noted that he is absolutely the Rookie of the Year favorite, he still is technically in a race. The race is technically not over. There's still a lot of NBA season left. So who knows? Chet could technically still, I don't think it's going to happen. Chet could possibly still win, however. But that being said,
what year was he drafted?
Greatest rookie of all time. Come on. There are so many rookie seasons that we've seen in the NBA. Obviously, every team has a rookie play for them at some point in the year. But that being said, Victor Wembanyama, greatest does not mean best. And while Victor Wembanyama, pound for pound, may be the best we've seen a rookie play, I don't know if we could say he's straight up the greatest, though. Because look at Oscar Robertson, for example. Oscar Robertson, the pre-triple double king, had nearly averaged a triple-double as a rookie. We should have foreseen this coming. He averaged 30.5 points, 10 rebounds, and nearly 10 assists in his rookie year. And he also did something that Wemby's not exactly doing, and he's helping. Oscar Robertson helped the Royals win more games, and the Spurs are still ultimately trash.
I don't know, man. The talent pool there in that era was pretty bad. We all know firefighters and off-duty plumbers.
Best doesn't mean greatest.
You're right, however. In the NFL side of things, the Bears have an interesting choice to make this year with the first overall pick once again. Justin Fields remains a question mark heading into year 4, and Chicago has a golden opportunity to take an elite quarterback prospect in Caleb Williams. Now, should the Bears trade away Fields and take the USC product, or see if Fields finally takes the jump next season? Adrian?
It's going to get to a point where we're going to continue hearing, will Justin Fields make the jump? Well, is this the year? Is it, though? Because let's be real, while Justin Fields has technically improved every year, I would not call him an elite or promising quarterback by any metrics. I think he only has 1 year left, or 2, depending on if they pick up the 5th-year option left on his rookie contract, which means he's going to want to get paid soon. And has he done enough to warrant getting paid? Probably not. I think the best bet for the Bears actually would be to take Caleb Williams, start on that rookie contract, because if you really want to win now, your best bet is to win when your when your quarterback contract is at its cheapest. And I don't think Justin Fields is going to be able to do that with a year or 2 left on that deal.
Almost out of time. Richie, quick answer.
You're wrong. Marvin Harrison Jr., he took that leap with DJ Moore. Give him one more receiver.
He said what he said, folks. Thank you for the great discussion. However, we are out of time. Tune in next week for all coverage of our Marquette sports and more. I'm Lennon Davis for Adrian Fraga. Good night, Marquette.